Hello and welcome. It is November the 13th, 2016. I'm going to talk about the magnetic field connections as well as fireballs and earthquake connections. For the last 2 days, the KP index has been normal for the most part. A minor reading showed up on November 11th, 2016. On November the 12th, 2016 at 12 p.m. New Zealand time, we can see the distorted magnetic field lines shown here. Once again, KP index has been normal for the most part. And then on November the 12th, 2016 at 3:15 p.m., there were 54 reports of fireballs. I came across multiple East Coast states with one report of delayed sound after witnessing the fireball. November the 13th, 2016 at 12 p.m. New Zealand time, a magnitude 7.9 earthquake struck in New Zealand, generating a small tsunami wave at 10 kilometers in depth. And then on November the 13th at 2:30 p.m. New Zealand time, you can see the closed field line compressions. So what I'm getting at is that once this magnetic field started showing the disruptions and distortions, it then resulted in a pretty large fireball event which took place on the East Coast states, as well as a very large earthquake that struck as the KP index was normal. Okay, New Zealand sits on top of a plate boundary. New Zealand sits on top of a plate boundary, which is the Pacific plate east and the Australian plate, which is west. Both plates are crashing and sliding into one another at the same time. So here is where the earthquake took place in New Zealand, and then we go to the next earthquake, which is a 4.8 in the Bonin Islands in Japan at a shallow of 20 kilometers, which struck here. And then shortly after all these earthquakes within minutes of each other, we have a 3.7 earthquake which struck in Potosi, Bolivia at 180 kilometers, and then another 5.7 earthquake took place about an hour later at a shallow 5 kilometers in depth in New Zealand. You look at the earthquakes taking place at this moment. We have 9 reports after a 4.0 which struck in northwestern Iran. This was largely felt. Another felt earthquake in Crete, Greece at 3.8 in magnitude. 40 testimonies coming in from Italy of another very large, felt along a large radius in Italy. Another earthquake felt in central Italy, 2.5. 6.5 which struck South Islands of New Zealand, with one testimony coming in for this earthquake event. This is at a shallow 10 kilometers in depth. And of course, you can see the buoys that are measure water column height in the oceans moving in the oceans, and once again along the Indo-Australian plate. And there was one person that used to research and do videos, and the buoy that he mentioned is now offline. A long time ago he mentioned that, and I just found out today that his videos are gone from his channel. Now sometimes it'll show there is no videos, and you will have videos on your channel. I'm noticing that. United Knowledge is gone, but I'm sure he's not gone. This is why you have to download videos if you find them useful. Okay, so this was the fireball event which took place here. This was 54 reports across multiple states, including North Carolina, Virginia, Maryland, South Carolina, West Virginia, PA, and New Jersey. There was one report of a delayed sound event, and 10 reported fragmentations breaking up. I found an interesting article out of Frankfurt, Germany, just saying the construction of the new S-Bahn tunnel at Frankfurt Airport has begun, with the extension of the connection between the Bahnhof Stadium and the airport. The new district Gateway Gardens, northwest of the Frankfurt Cross, to public transport is to be connected, as the German railways reported on Thursday. Okay, so you guys know I look at numerology. When we look at the numerology behind the word Frankfurt Airport, it shares the same numerology as underground bunker, which is 86. Pyramid triangle also equals 86 in Pythagorean numerology. Pyramid is a company that offers the interactive airport desk in real time to travelers at the Frankfurt airport. It's just a new addition. Research Triangle is one of the outgoing flight destinations between Frankfurt Airport and Research Triangle. And you can see this Research Triangle Frankfurt Airport connection. Also, if you type in the address for Frankfurt Airport is 60547. You don't count the zero in numerology, so you add 6 plus 5 plus 4 plus 7, that equals 22. So does 51, and Area 51 happens to be one of the airplanes fleet of passenger aircrafts which serve Area 51, and one of those planes in the 1980s was based in Frankfurt International Airport. So there is something going on here. So good news in this 7.9 earthquake event. There was someone that was saved, a young girl, in this aftermath of the event. Always good to have a personal whistle on hand, or a personal alarm. If some type of earthquake event happens, it's going to be easier to find you. You may not be able to breathe or speak, but that alarm that you carry on you could save your life. Last but not least, just talking about health, I definitely think magnetism is a powerful healer. Definitely something to look into, as well as looking into the essential herbs and oils. You guys have a great evening. I'll have more in a moment. Bonus information, I wanted to just talk about the site. It is now up, and that's earthshiftx.com. Sent out a massive email, complete mistake, but the site is now available. Thank you for all those who understand. Mistakes happen. People go through things. Stay subscribed. Stay tuned.